Well, India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be visiting Brunei and Singapore on September 3rd and 4th. Located in Southeast Asia, Indian Prime Minister's visit to Brunei and Singapore assumes significance as he seeks to boost ties including defense and trade. Now, Modi's Brunei visit will be the first bilateral visit ever by an Indian Prime Minister to the country. The last time Prime Minister Modi met with the Brunei Sultan Hassan Bolkiah was in November 2014 on the sidelines of the 25th ASEAN Summit in Myanmar. Now, ahead of Prime Minister's visit to the country, Jaideep Mazumdar, the Secretary East in the Ministry of External Affairs of India, said that India and Brunei are working together to establish a joint working group for cooperation in defense. Take a look.
During the visit, Prime Minister will engage in bilateral discussions on all aspects of our bilateral relations and cooperation with Brunei, and also explore new areas for cooperation. We are also working towards establishing a joint working group for cooperation in the area of defense. Brunei is an important partner for India's Act East policy and our vision for the Indo-Pacific, and as we mark a decade of our Act East policy this year, the visit assumes additional significance.
After Brunei, Prime Minister Modi will embark on a visit at the invitation of the Prime Minister Lawrence Wong to Singapore. Both leaders are expected to review the progress on the India-Singapore strategic partnership and exchange views on regional and global issues of mutual interest.
Prime Minister is visiting Singapore after nearly 6 years. In fact, his last visit to Singapore was in his first term as Prime Minister. The visit will also take place in the light of our 60th anniversary of diplomatic relations, which we are celebrating in 2025, and the 10th year of our strategic partnership with Singapore.
And for more on this, we spoke to our principal diplomatic correspondent, Siddhant Sipal.
Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be travelling to Brunei and Singapore. The visit, of course, is part of India's Act East policy and engagement with countries of the ASEAN region. Now, essentially, the visit to Brunei is the first ever bilateral visit of an Indian Prime Minister to that country. The focus, of course, remains on defence, space and energy. After Brunei, he travels to Singapore. This is a visit happening after a gap of 6 years, and focus will be on many things, including on semiconductors, where an MOU is expected to be signed. India and Singapore share several convergences, and Singapore has been one of the major investors here in India, and the focus, of course, will be to find more convergences and area of cooperation during Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to the country. With video journalist Neeraj Patel, Siddhant Sipal for WION in New Delhi.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.